Did you know that in 1918, during World War I, Adolf Hitler was not yet the dictator we know from history? He was just a young German soldier, exhausted, wounded, and completely lost in the chaos of the trenches. Mud, smoke, screams, and the roar of artillery surrounded him. He was nothing more than another human caught in the horrors of war. Now imagine this: an enemy soldier spots him. Hitler is alone, unarmed, vulnerable. One shot, 1 second. One decision. And then the soldier hesitates. He doesn't fire. He lets him live. At that moment, he had no idea who he was saving. He didn't know that this young man would later rise to power, start a world war, and cause unimaginable suffering. Billions of lives, cities destroyed, nations changed forever. All because one man hesitated for a single second. Think about the soldier's perspective. The battlefield was chaos. Exhaustion and fear clouded every decision. Did he act out of mercy, confusion, or sheer indecision? Whatever the reason, his choice unknowingly shaped history. Hitler survived. He returned to Germany, a country in turmoil, struggling with economic collapse, political instability, and social unrest. And slowly he rose to power, convincing a desperate nation that he could bring change, order, and strength. The consequences of that one moment in a muddy trench were catastrophic. World War II, millions dead, cities in ruins, families torn apart. All because one soldier spared a man he didn't know. This story is terrifying. It's fascinating. Terrifying because it shows how fragile the world can be. Fascinating because history often hinges on moments that seem insignificant at the time. The soldier never knew the impact of his choice. He never realized that the life he spared would lead to one of the darkest chapters in human history. We can only imagine his thoughts: fear, confusion, doubt. Did he ever wonder what might have happened if he had pulled the trigger? History feels inevitable in hindsight, but in reality it's fragile. It depends on human decisions, coincidences, and split-second actions. One moment, one hesitation, one act of mercy can ripple through time and shape the fate of millions. When we look at history, we often focus on grand battles, political decisions, or famous leaders. But sometimes, the smallest, most overlooked moments matter the most. A split-second decision in a muddy trench in France decided the fate of millions. The world would never be the same. And all because one soldier chose to spare a wounded man he did not know. History is not fixed. It is fragile, full of these small moments. Moments like this remind us that behind every major event are countless tiny choices, almost invisible yet incredibly powerful. A single second, one hesitation, one decision can change the course of the world. In 1918, in a small trench in France, one soldier unknowingly decided the fate of humanity.